Imagine a world where the US disappears for just 24 hours. The dollar freezes. Oil stops moving. Shipping ports back up. Tech companies collapse. Stock markets go silent. Every bank in Europe asks the same question. What do we do now? People talk about China, Russia, India, but they forget the one truth every government already knows. The United States doesn't run the world through force. It runs it through permission. And when America says no, the world economy simply stops. Welcome to Global Ranks. Today, we break down why the US still dominates the global economy. The dollar is the world's operating system. Every country has a currency. Only one has a global password, the US dollar. It's not money, it's infrastructure. Countries don't just trade with dollars. They trade through dollars. Over 85% of global trade uses the American financial system, even when the US isn't involved. Saudi Arabia sells oil to China, the payment moves in dollars. A French company buys copper from Peru, dollar-denominated contracts. The dollar is the common language of globalization. And the most terrifying part? If the US Treasury and the Federal Reserve freeze access, entire economies suffocate. This isn't military power. It's financial gravity. The US owns innovation. Mobile phones, personal computers, the modern internet, GPS, microchips, cloud computing, AI leadership. Almost every technological revolution in the last 50 years started in one place. American private companies funded by American capital. Silicon Valley isn't a location. It's a culture of risk. Startups fail. Founders crash. Investors lose billions. And yet something magical happens. The winners change the world. Apple dictates how phones look. Google dictates how information is found. Tesla forces every car manufacturer to go electric. Nvidia quietly powers the AI boom. The US doesn't just invent. It exports ideas that reshape entire industries. Countries copy manufacturing. Countries copy welfare systems. But nobody has figured out how to copy American innovation. The military isn't a weapon, it's insurance. You've heard the line. The US has the strongest military. That misses the point. America has something more powerful. The ability to force peace where money flows. Oil shipping lanes, protected by the Fifth Fleet. Pacific trade routes, escorted by US carriers. Europe frozen mid-Cold War. NATO exists because Washington said it would. When the US Navy sails, markets exhale. Economic stability is not paperwork. It is backed by aircraft carriers. That's why countries can hate American politics and still hold dollars, still join SWIFT, still buy US debt, still send their children to US universities. They don't like America. They like stability. Cultural power is invisible and unmatched. Ask people to name a country that shaped their childhood. Most won't say England, China, or Germany. They say Disney, Marvel, NBA, Netflix, hip-hop, Apple, iPhone. Hollywood did more than tell stories. It exported American values disguised as entertainment. Fast food chains did more than sell burgers. They exported American convenience. Tech companies did more than make gadgets. They exported American lifestyle. Even countries that compete with the US still imitate it. Car culture, startup culture, influencer culture, consumer culture. American soft power isn't about approval. It's about familiarity. People don't buy Made in America. They live inside it. Education is not just a degree, it's a talent vacuum. The smartest student from India, the best engineer from Turkey, the most ambitious programmer from Nigeria. Where do they apply? Harvard, Stanford, MIT, Yale, Columbia. The US doesn't just grow talent. It imports it. A genius in Italy becomes an American founder. A Pakistani PhD becomes an American biotech CEO. A Nigerian coder becomes a Silicon Valley CTO. This isn't luck. It's systemic. The US trains the world's best, and then keeps them. And talent builds more economy than oil or gold ever will. The world will debate China. The world will fear Russia. The world will admire Japan. The world will rely on Germany. But they will build their future inside a system designed and maintained by the United States. Not because America is perfect, not because America is moral, but because the modern world runs on American money, American innovation, American security, American culture, and American talent. This is why the US still dominates the global economy. Follow Global Ranks. We compare the world, one list at a time.